All right. We'll call the meeting to order for the Village of Weston Tourism Commission. Would you like to do roll call?
Yes. Corvino,
Here.
Hardinger,
Here.
Gemlin,
Here.
Weaver,
Here.
Whalen. Here.
Thank you. First on the agenda. First on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the previous meeting on 18 April.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Approval of the meeting of minutes. Do we have any public comments? Anything online, Nate? No. Next on the agenda is the reports from the Wausau Central Wisconsin CVB. Are you pulling that up, Nate? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, this is Tim White, I am Tim White, Executive Director of the Wausau Central Wisconsin CVB. Good to see all the faces here and to see some new faces too. Glad that you're here with us. We do have a packet that we sent via email. Hopefully you've clicked and looked at a number of those reports. I just wanted to highlight a few things. One, the Wausau Taste and Glow, or the Taste and Glow Festival that you were a proud sponsor of, was very, very successful. How many folks went to it? Just raise your hand. Yeah. Keith was there too, and a lot of other people I saw. Very, very well attended. We're still looking at the total numbers, but I believe that we well exceeded the projected numbers from last year of 60, 70,000, maybe hitting 80,000 people. So for that event, just there were so many extra things that were added to the event with the lumberjacks and all the different balloons. Yeah, it was just really well attended. I'll be able to give you some statistics on it, even credit card spend in a few weeks. To let you know about some of the other things that we've been doing at the CVB. So we're onboarding the new website with SimpleView. Of course, as with every seeming web project, looks like it's going to be pushed back maybe another month into October. I talked to other executive directors and asked if that was, typical, and they said yes. And so we have a lot of data that we're inputting. We've hired 2 data entry people because there's a CRM component, customer relations management database, where we're pulling every, business and stakeholder from the Marathon County area and onboarding that. And so everybody in the county will get a free listing. And then there are also opportunities to enhance listings as well. Even the Weston will get a listing that will show up and populate on our website. We're also going to design for you a basic landing page for Weston that if people, once they take a look at that off of our website, if they want more information about Weston, they'll be able to go there. So we'll talk with you about that as we get closer to the launch of the website. Other news, we're onboarding Zartico data. And so we're not quite finished with that. We've added the STAR report, which is our report that we get of the hotel occupancies. We also signed up with AirDNA, which basically tracks short-term rentals. One fact I can tell you about that is that in Marathon County last year, there were 41 short-term rentals. This year, there are 92 available. And they're all, except for one, they're all total homes. So like an Airbnb or VRBO, Airbnb or VRBO. And that's good news. we'll be able to tell you how many are in Weston as well. And I'm guessing you collect short-term rental room tax, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, but we'll be able to help you reconcile that and check on that for numbers. Also, speaking of the STAR report, our numbers for lodging continue to increase. And I don't know if you read the Travel Wisconsin report of the industry has got on track for one of its best years, even rivaling and surpassing 2019 for total revenue. So that's good news as well. So as we put in these foundational tools for this area, we'll all just kind of rise to the top economically. And so the Hmong Festival is coming in a couple weeks as well. And so that's going to provide some amazing opportunities, for us and for Weston and the other municipalities to experience, visitation from all the people that attend that. So Jody, do you have any additional stuff? All right. That's really what's been going on. We're keeping busy. And the other one aside, we just finalized our director of marketing position. And so we'll be looking to hire a full-time director of marketing so that I can do other things, which will be like, make more reports and meet with more stakeholders. So, any questions at all? Well, we really appreciate your support and thank you for having faith and trust in us. And anytime our doors are open, even though our building is closed, but my phone is available, email, anything that you need, we're here to serve you. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White.
Thank you.
Jessica, when he gets done with that report, would you mind sending me a copy?
What report?
The tasting glow report, the attendance.
Okay, yes.
Need a movement to acknowledge.
Now,
Second. All right, moving on to policy issues, discussion and possible action on use of fund balance for entrance signs. We have somebody presenting this, Keith, or is this?
I will be. So in 2019, the Planning Commission adopted a community entryway and wayfinding plan. The village moved forward with the wayfinding plan last year, and we did use tourism funds which were approved for that project. At the end of the project, it did not use all the funds that were available. We have left $36,796.72. These funds were from 2019 when the village of Weston did not belong to the CVB. So these funds need to be used for tourism activities. At this point, I did exclude an excerpt from the state statute which states what the room tax funds need to be used for. And it says, the commission shall use the room tax revenue that it receives from municipality for tourism promotion and tourism development in the zone or municipality. What I'm asking from the tourism commission is for you guys to decide if you feel that the entryway signs meet the definition and that the balance of the funds of the $36,796 can be used for the entryway signs.
Is this above and beyond the sign package we approved? Or is this supplementing the sign package we already approved?
So the funds were originally approved this was approved from on the village board level. But what I'm asking the tourism commission to do is approve the fund balance of $36,000 from tourism commission money to be used towards those signs, the entryway signs.
If I remember right, the total sign package was just under 60,000. Is that about right?
I do have the the bid package attached to this?
Yeah, 51,530 was the lowest bid, right? There was an alternate too to the main monument sign we discussed.
Yeah, so it's what was awarded was the 30,112, and then the 12,943, and the 12,117. So I think that came to like 54,000 total. This primary sign number 3 was not included in what the village board originally approved. So, and we're not asking for that to be approved either.
So this 36,000 is gonna go toward that 52,000 we already approved?
Yep.
Anybody else have anything to discuss about it? Is there anything else that we have coming up, Jessica, that this money could be applied for?
This money that the village is holding on to has to be used for anything tourism related. I don't know of anything offhand unless Michael or Keith can think of anything that we are undergoing. We could also send it to CVB if
I
and
was
then
just
it
gonna
would
say
go
that.
with our, it would just go with, the total funds the village has at the CVB available for grants.
Mr. White, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I was gonna offer that as a suggestion too, that it could be, it could be put in the fund and we would, when, like we have on an ongoing basis, when there's an area for Weston to benefit, that we would use those funds for that.
Mr. Maloney?
Just not paying attention that well. How much are we talking? And is there a time limit to spend?
36,000, and I feel we should spend this very soon because they're from
Okay.
2019.
So I would advocate that we could put this into the new building for DCFS too. Just a thought. That'd be tourism, correct?
Sure. Because we already have the funds allocated for the sign project, right?
We were actually looking at using tourism funds. If you look at the bid price with the proposed funding for low bid, 21,000 is coming from tourism. It was proposed, obviously, that's why we're bringing it here.
So we originally had money earmarked from tourism for the sign project. And now we have a little extra, so come out of our general fund or said fund.
Additional borrowing under our CIP would have to cover that if we did not use the tourism dollars.
So if you don't use the tourism dollars, we're gonna have more money coming out of the CIP or a different fund for the project?
Out of this, whatever we borrow in CIP. What was the other part of your question? I'm sorry.
It looks like part of it came out of TID 2 or TID 1.
Good one.
Yes.
So it'd be less money that we pull out of TID 1 and less money that we pull out of the KIP.
We didn't feel that the part that was proposed to be funded by tourism was not related to the TID, so that's why the proposal was set up the way it was. And I guess, yes, on President Maloney's comment, I guess the timing, we need to, I guess, allocate this money sooner than later, right?
How much time do we have?
I don't feel we should be holding on it as long as we have with the state statute. They're not 100% clear, but I feel like it should be moving along.
When's the sign project supposed to start? Dan heading that up?
Progress.
Yeah, I know they've ordered their materials and stuff, so this summer, yeah. I don't know the exact dates, but I know shop drawings were approved a couple weeks ago, so.
I'm just gonna say when it comes to the tourism side of things, I think signs are important, but I do think that's a lot of money that could go towards the tourism side of things, either bringing events or bringing something to the area, or like we already have that how much money I calculated to the Green Heck facility through the next year. If it's a portion of that can go towards that, I like both of those ideas.
Trevino?
Yeah, so I admit that I'm the new guy at my first tourism meeting, but it sounds like the council approved this plan to go forward, so it's just a question of where we're taking money from at this point. So if we have existing dollars that need to be spent by a statute, it seems like this is a good, I mean, this money is going out the door anyway. So if it comes from this pile of money or the CIP budget like you talked about, it seems like those are sort of this, you know, it's a horse apiece.
I guess the main thing for me is we have to be in agreement that it is for the promotion of tourism. So I guess that's the big question. Do we feel that entryway signs promote tourism? If not, should we find something that's not as great and move the money for that?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan for more signs. I don't think that's.
These are replacement signs.
Replacement.
It's, the question is, do we feel that the signs are good use for tourism funds, or should we find a more tourism-related activity that's not so great as if it's tourism or not, and put the money towards that?
If we don't use these dollars statutorily, does the state claw them back?
No, we'd give them to the CVB, or as Mark suggested, we could give them to the Green Heck, the new Green Heck facility. It's, where do we feel the best use of tourism funds is for? And if you don't want to make a decision, we could talk about it. I know that the majority of you have not been on the tourism commission before. This has been a project that's been ongoing. The last tourism commission shoved it to this meeting. So if we want to talk about it later, that's fine. If we want to brush up on our next tourism commission.
So could we make a motion to table this item until the next meeting? Until we have a little more information to make a decision on, or?
Well, make a motion to defer, I guess, would be the proper terminology.
Motion to defer
Motion to defer, yeah.
till the next tourism committee meeting?
Yep.
So it's either that motion or a motion to approve or deny. Those are our three motions.
I'll move to defer.
Second.
Any discussion?
I agree with that.
Motion to defer pass.
The next time, let me bring up basically a background of this commission, what your jobs are, basically what this commission really does in the sense of things, and how we use money, what kind of monies are available. Because I will be including a budget status next month. We didn't get one in this packet, so we'll get a budget status of our room tax fund and how much money we take in, how much money we give out to CVB, how much is village used money. So you'll have a better overview of what this commission is about and the funds available.
Thanks, Jessica. I think that'd be very helpful. Mr. Maloney?
Is this the first meeting of these collected, right?
Yes,
Yes.
So did I miss that we didn't do the chair?
that'll be on the next agenda.
Oh, okay, because it's not agenda size, right?
Exactly.
Okay, that's right. All right, I'm good to go.
I'm sorry, I was wrong on that one. With the motion, primary and secondary, no discussion. Can we get a vote? Motion in favor of deferring, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Sorry, Ms. Song. Okay, next item is the Brianne Sleater
Yes.
memorial application. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi. I'm not sure what questions you have. We started this foundation when my daughter passed away in 2016 from a rare cancer. And I belong to a lot of groups that people still get this cancer. And we just want to raise money to help find a cure. So we have a walk every year. And this is the first time we're doing it in Weston. So we're just trying to grow it. And Dale's is a bigger place than what we've been doing. 100% of what we make at the walk goes to the Michigan University Hospital. And that's where her doctor was. He's a specialist in adrenal cortical carcinoma.
And I apologize, ma'am. Could you state your name and your address, please?
Yes, my name is Julie Hanson,
Julie Hanson.
and my address is 1336 East Bridge Street in Wausau.
What would take where this $1,000 go towards bringing people into the area?
Well, we've spent about 5,000 to get it organized. We may have a group of people coming from Chicago that could stay in the hotel next door. But we're hoping to get more people every year, that come into our walk. We have a commercial coming out, I think it's Wednesday, Channel 9. We have advertising on the radio. We've been to over 240 different places with our flyers and stuff.
How many years have you been doing the walk?
We started the walk in 2017.
Okay. Roughly just guesstimate how many people walk with you?
Well, the first year, of course, after Brianne died, a lot of her friends came and stuff. So that was over 200. After that, I would say it's about 150, something like that. But this year, then we started having it at the tap house, which was kind of a mistake, but I didn't know. I didn't know where else to have it. So this year, we have like 70 people registered already, which usually we don't have anybody registered yet because our commercial hasn't come out or anything. So I'm hoping for at least 200, 300 people this year.
Okay.
We volunteered at the GG run, so we could put 500 flyers in all their bags there. We're trying.
Well, it sounds like a really good thing. Thank you for coming to us.
Thank you.
And you're gonna be holding it at Dale's Weston Lanes?
Yes.
Can I ask you, I didn't see a route map on here, you guys,
Oh,
or did I miss it?
there should be. We did send a map. We're walking on the, what's it called?
Home Bay Trail.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, the ice age.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
okay.
Okay.
And we had to go through the village, and then we had to go through Marathon County, and then we had to go through the state. So we got approved.
So right now, the village fund balance is $157,000. So you have $157,000 of grant funds to be given away as of right now.
In years past, how many people have you have came outside of the area and stayed?
We've had people from Ohio, Iowa, Chicago, different groups of people. Because the cancer is so rare and I do belong to a lot of different groups, I get the information out to them. So then a group of people will come. They just don't tell me.
And the money mostly goes toward helping marketing or helping volunteers or materials or?
Marketing and materials, volunteers are, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Any other discussions? A motion to approve?
I'll make that motion to approve it.
Second.
Any other discussions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll see you at the run.
Yeah. future items. Next meeting date set for October 17th, but we'll probably do something, Jessica, a little sooner than that so we can get those funds appropriated one way or the other.
We could get that set up sooner. Does anyone have a preference? Do they want it on the same day as finance, or do you want to choose a different day? Like, we could do the
When's the next board meeting date?
I think it's the 20th of August.
On Monday?
August 15th.
August 15th?
Yeah.
Tourism Commission usually only meets
Quarterly.
quarterly. Do we have can we make a suggestion to have a special meeting just to allocate those funds and with everything else that's going on in the summer months? The Tourism Commission?
Sure.
Couldn't be a long meeting, but at least we'd have a couple things that we probably need to.
Okay. Should we send out a doodle poll? Does anyone want to throw out some dates or times?
I'm sorry?
We can send out a doodle poll, or we can just, if anyone has recommendations for dates or times.
Poll maybe,
Yeah.
be good.
So the 15th, Mike?
Everything seems to land on a Monday or a Wednesday, so it'd be nice to take a poll.
Yeah. And this is our first meeting, correct? Mr. Baloney, mind if I ask, how does this usually work as far as appointing chair, vice chair?
Your commission does it itself. So you nominate each other until somebody finally decides to serve. So, right, correct, but it has to be on the agenda.
It has to be,
do.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so we'd have to put it
Agenda
on
at the
next.
next meeting.
Yeah.
And then amongst yourselves, you'll decide
Okay,
who does, I think it's the 3 posts, correct?
Yeah, chair, vice chair, and secretary.
Yeah, secretary. Yep.
okay.
Okay.
So that'll have to be the first thing on the agenda, and the second would be whatever monies we have to allocate to it. Anything else that needs to be on that meeting? Mr. White, would you have enough data from the tasting goal in the next month, you think?
Yeah, and I also can prepare a presentation to onboard you
That'd be
about
great.
what we're doing, have some fun visuals and make it like it's what you're watching a Netflix series.
Okay. You said you had probably 60,000 last year, maybe 80,000 this year?
Yeah, the numbers are, so right now, from what I can tell from outside of the area, so this is like outside of the county, outside of about an hour away, at least 30,000 people were here outside of the area.
That's great. That's really great. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other comments from staff? Anybody else? Welcome to the first tourism meeting, by the way. Need a motion to adjourn then? Motion.
Second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
And I'll formally introduce myself.